Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
hello, everybody.
You have access to the screen right now.
Okay.
So if you wanted to set it up, feel free.
Okay.
Hi, Dennis. It's
Hi, Teresa. Hi, Teresa.
it's 1 a.m. there, huh?
Yes,
Oh,
Big-
I have good espresso.
Well, thank you for being willing at this hour of night for you. We've trying to work this so that we can meet the times of all people around the world. It's not easy,
Yeah.
but we're looking forward to what you got to talk to us about today. So
good
Yeah.
Italian food. We're talking good Italian food today.
Yes, if you like, with pleasure. Now that we are going to in a nice season, it's really nice.
My family comes from Palermo and Sicily.
Well, I'm in Sardinia now, so the other island.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been all over Italy. I love Italy. Love the culture, love the food, love the people.
It's a nice nation.
how long have you lived there, Dennis? All your life? Or?
Yeah. Basically, yes, because I was born in the northeast of Italy, close to the border with ex-Slovenia, so ex-Yugoslavia. Sorry, so close to the border, Austria and east, and but basically I travel a lot, and so that now in the last years I'm most part in Italy, but. When I was young, I was traveling more for job. Now I'm quite. I don't hear you, Teresa.
You're quite happy to be doing real estate and not traveling everywhere, huh?
Yes. Normally, you know that when you work in real estate, especially I work in different sectors because I work in residential, commercial, and hotelery, and so normally, in Italy you have most interesting part for hotel in Milan, Rome, Florence, or Venice, and residential is different things. So that's now we can do a lot by internet.
Yes.
Thanks God.
Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Well, we'll wait a couple minutes, and
Yeah.
I don't know if Don, did you say anything about recording? But I will. We do record this, Dennis, and then it will be put on our EXP Seniors Network page and remains there for future access for our members, which we have over 1,000 of them in there now. So if we hope for a good attendance today, but should we get just a few, you should know that we are going to post your information. And then if you have any, documents or flyers or something you want us to share, we can also do that. So.
Yes, I have an ebook that I created last year and focused especially in Sardinia, but there are a lot of information that are good for all Italy. And especially purchasing process in Italy, all taxes and everything. So it's a panorama, first of all, about how is Italy and some informations, and from where we have investors or clients, from where they come, and a lot come from United States. And so I want just to make some pictures of what's happened with investors, and then we can focus in the process of taxes and some advantages that we have, because we have especially flat taxes for pensioners, so retired people that transfer their residence in Italy. It's very interesting about that. And the other is for normal people that are basically millionaires, or anyway has a lot of money of worth, that is possible to have a flat tax in Italy. So when you're ready, I can start. And
Yeah, I think, what do you think, Don? Can we go ahead and begin? We're a little after 4. So,
okay.
all right.
First of all, thanks to
Go for it.
everybody.
You're
Thanks to
welcome.
everybody. My name is Dennis. Andrea is the last name. I'm in Italian, totally Italian, and I'm very happy to be in EXP. We opened Italy just 1 month ago, but we were getting a lot of interest from a lot of agents in Italy. So the process is going on quickly, and so I'm happy tonight to be with you here tonight for me, but for you afternoon to be with you. Okay, I share my screen.
Thank you, Dennis. We're so glad you joined us, and I know you're very busy. And for everyone that just got on, he's at 1 a.m. in the morning for him. So it's an extra thank you for being up that late.
So what I show you now is an ebook that if you like them, with pleasure, I will share the file. And but now I explain you some information about Italy. So this is an ebook that I created, I said last year, and then the focus was in Sardinia, the first island, one of the 2 islands, the main islands that we have in Italy. So with Sardinia and Sicily. So basically, this is a document that gives you a panorama about the market and of real estate in this island, but basically a lot of information or good information about Italy. So first of all, doesn't matter luxury or not, which are the reasons to buy a property in Italy. So whenever you look for a sea, mountains, lake, city, or countryside view, Italy offers any scenario you wish. So in addition to the renowned cities of art like Milan, Rome, Florence, and Venice, some of the most recognizing luxury destinations in the world are included, such Como Lake, Tuscany, Cortina, and Sardinia. So Como Lake is north of Milan. Tuscany, I think where it is. Cortina is in Dolomites, so it's an area of all Alps, and Sardinia, of course, is the island. So here in Italy, we host 53 UNESCO protected sites and the richest cultural heritage in the world. So if it's not enough this, we have an average of 2,400 up to 3,000 hours of sunshine each year. In the middle of Europe, in Central Europe, we have just half hours of sunshine. So, and you can take advantage of beautiful landscapes, history, art, and Italian food under the sunlight for most part of the year. So basically, these are the nations where the clients come. United States is in the first place, and especially for Tuscany, think that 60% of investors that come from foreign countries in Italy, in Tuscany, especially in Florence, 60% comes from United States. So then we have Russia with Arab Emirates, Swiss, France. So that's most part of Europe. Let's see some reasons why to move in Italy. Sun and climate. So the country Mediterranean coast enjoys more than 300 days, as we saw, of sunshine per year. The climate in Italy is one of the best that is in Europe, and the 4th season allow all typical activities such as lazing on the beach, skiing, or exploring the countryside. Food and wine, I think I have not to make any comments, but anyway, we have really a large and quality products in wine and food, natural products, very, very good. Quality of the life. Italy is a place to enjoy finer things in life, such a pleasure in discovering a picture perfect village, relaxing while admiring a view in front of coffee, or getting lost in Renaissance, finding masterpieces inside churches or palaces, and walking in the footsteps of Michelangelo, Botticelli, Galileo, and Puccini. So, health. In 2018, Bloomberg listed Italy as the 4th nation in the world for the modernity of the hospitals and for the qualified medical staff. Cost of living. compared to many other European countries, Italy is a country with a moderate and reasonable cost of living for food, for drinks, and for leisure. In general, Italy is cheaper than countries such as United Kingdom, France, Sweden, and many others. The production is generally local, allowing a healthy and balanced lifestyle. Doors to the world. In Italy, we have 126 airports, and 30 of which are international. So it's extremely easy to reach any destination from and to Italy, wherever you go. Most of investors, normally they live in Italy because it's in the central place between, I don't know, east part like Russia or anywhere center of Europe or United Kingdom. Low cost of real estate. After the real estate crisis, the value of the residential market only started to recover after 2016. For this reason, it is still easy to find unmissable opportunities, especially in countryside towns or seaside resorts. So this is the most, in my opinion, great reasons to move in Italy, that especially for the kind of clients that you have, so for retired people, that is very, very interesting. So here is a focus of Sardinia. That just one thing that I want to show you, that the lowest temperature here is the average, but anyways, 5.5 plus 5.5 in January and February, and so absolutely is a wonderful weather and climate here. And the maximum during the summer is 30, 32. So absolutely very, very nice. I want to go quickly. Here's all the history of the Sardinia, and with some descriptions of territory, the Costa Smeralda, that is all this area, very interesting. When the Aga Khan, they came here and developed all this part of Sardinia. Anyway, here, even in Sardinia, as I told you, that we have airports here. We have 4 only in this island. So, and here is some information about the market. So I want to focus now just some prices, how is changing in Italy, just some little for small kilometers, that distance from one place to another. I want to focus, for example, for the villa. Think that even if you don't know here the area, just trust me that Porto Cervo, okay, is the center, is the most glamour area from in summer. So think that in August we have all the best yachts in 1 month in front of this village, because basically it's a village, Porto Cervo, that are on the Mediterranean Sea. So it's amazing, amazing area. All the most important people, even Jeff Bezos in August, normally and frequently he come here, or Bernard Arnault, Louis Vuitton. So think that the distance from Abbiadori, okay, and Porto Cervo Marina is just 7 kilometers. So 4 minutes by car. And so look how is different the price from villas, for example, per square meter, so in just 7 kilometers. This, I just wanted to focus, or for example, in good conditions, look, even here is half or less than half. This is a constance in Italy, that just a little bit far away on main cities or nice position, you can find really nice places with a really cheap price. And it's important. It's not only here in this island, but in most part of the cities in Italy. And then I want just to focus when you talk with your investor, what to ask them when they think about Italy. And then about this chart that I just want to show you that, for example, people that come here and live here in the like tourists or anyway, that then they invest and they buy a villa or an apartment. Most of them, so 48% of them, and plus nephew is 12%. So the most of 50% of the persons are from 45 up over to 64. So that's it's a very interesting situation that you understand how nice this place for such a kind of people. So let's go now to talk about the real estate market and about the acquisition process that we have in Italy. So buying a house in Italy, especially for a foreign buyer, is certainly a very attractive prospect, even if the bureaucracy, taxation, and procedures may seem or be complicated. In reality, relying on professionals in sectors such as Realty or Realtors of the XP turns out to be much easier than expected. So it's important to evaluate many aspects of the acquisition process, from a technical, construction, and plant engineering point of view, and as well as the contractor matters. To illustrate step by step the acquisition process and the method of real estate taxation in Italy, we have created a simple vademecum that shows the steps for the realization of real estate investment in the bel paese, so in the nice village. So first of all, what is necessary is to take in account some aspects and to meet some requirements. And the first absolutely is the Italian tax code. This the name is Codice Fiscale. That this regards that foreign residents in Italy are not coming from states belonging to the European community, but it's necessary to first obtain a residence permit or residence card for a family member residence in Italy. If the buyer is not a resident and it comes from an European country or outside, or countries that is the purchase, the allows purchase with the principle of reciprocity, like is in the United States, there are no limits to real estate investment in Italy. So this code it's important for all the operations that you do in Italy when you buy a property. It's just a alphanumeric number of 11 digits. So then, you know, it's similar. The phases like could be in United States. So everybody, we are realtors, so we know what to do. So basically, you have to make a purchase proposal. So first of all, and the second is a preliminary sale or compromise. This is typical of what that's happening in Italy. So normally in compromise, you have to pay as a confirmation deposit from 10% to 20% of the resale price. And okay, in the when is the proposal, a compromise has to pay the fee to the agency, because we get the fee in the proposal, or if there is not a compromise, we go directly to the official public contract, we get our commission in that time. So normally from the proposal or compromise, the official public contract we're having 30-90 days. Depends if the buyer needs a long one, depends many things, or some documents that maybe are not ready. Then all the taxes you pay to the notary. So on the purchase, you pay the taxes and you pay the fees directly to the notary. The notary get the money from his fee, his commission, and even he gets the money that he then from the taxes that he will pay then to the government. So this is important thing. The purchases taxes. So in Italy, it depends if the seller is a private individual or a company. So if he's a private individual, so that there's not to pay VAT, the taxes are calculated on the cadastral value. So in Italy, for example, if the price of an apartment, a flat, is 100,000 euro, normally the cadastral value could be 2/3, so it could be 60,000, 50,000, 70,000, so depends. It's not it's not a rule that is equal in all Italy. Okay, so in this case you pay 9% of this cadastral value, and then the cadastral tax and mortgage tax of 50 euros plus 50 euros. If the who says is the company, so that's subject to VAT, the taxes are calculated, the VAT are calculated on the purchase price. So 10% normally, instead of 9 if it's the cadastral value or if it's individual. And if the property is luxury property, we have to pay the 22%. Then plus 200, 200, and 200 that are registration, cadastral, and the mortgage. Another thing is that, so in this case, if you buy in Italy a property and you don't transfer the residence, okay, if you transfer the residence, that is the main residence will be in Italy. So in this case, from 9%, we decrease to 2%. And from 10% of VAT, we decrease to 4%. So this is the rule in Italy when you declare that you are resident in Italy and you declare that you have a first house, or we call this, I have first house, and I pay so low taxes. And this happens that if we decide to sell the property that we bought with this low taxes, and this happens in the first 5 years that we bought. When we sell, we have to buy another house, and to say that new house is the first house anyway for us. And in this case, we can keep these low taxes. Okay, if we don't buy, if we just sell and we don't buy anything, we have to give back the rest of the taxes that we didn't pay. So from 2%, we have to pay 9%. Anyway, and if we buy a house and then pass 5 years, okay, then after the 5 years, we have not to pay anything more. So it works that if we buy again a house in the first 5 years, so we sell the first one and we buy another one. So then the notary fees normally depends the property, but in I can say from 100,000 up to 300,000, the normally fees are around 2,000, 3,000 euro for the notary. And the notary in Italy guarantees the legality of the sales. Is fees paid by the buyer together with the signing of the public deed, and is calculated as a percentage of the sale value. Based on the reference market, the complexity on the deed, and being in a free market, notary fees are not fixed at percentage, so it is always good to request a quote before signing the deal anyway. So other costs, normally all the other costs are paid by the seller, so the buyer has to pay just the commission, and the notary, and of course the taxes. Of a technical report drawn by a professional which verify the European cadastral correspondence between the states of the affairs. So how's the status quo of the property in the project file that are in the deposit in the municipality normally is requested by the buyer or by the notary. In this case, the fees by the seller is paid by the seller, because it is the seller that has to guarantee that everything is okay in the property. So the seller guarantees, declare that guarantees all that everything is okay, but the buyer or the notary can request that a professional has to write and to declare and make inspection to the property and declare that everything is absolutely okay. So let's go to a nice part now. So in Italy, from 2020, the government made a special decree that allows all the Italian residents, but not only Italians, we have this super bonus on 110%. So this tax advantage. What's happened? That allows us to deduct some expenses, especially for energy efficiency, anti-seismic intervention, installation of photovoltaic system or infrastructure for changing electric vehicles in building, with deduction of expenses up to 110% if this happened from the 1st July 2020 up to 31st December 2022. So this how it works. That in the moment that we make these works in our house, okay, or we pay and the government gives back to us the 110% of what we spend, so it's for free basically, or in a way we can ask a loan from the bank, and then we give to the bank this advantage that we have, and the bank will get the money from the government. So, or we have the money and we pay directly the suppliers, and then the government give back to us all this amount, okay? Or we get the money from the bank, and the bank will be in our place to get the money from the government. Then we go to other two flat tax that we have. So first is for high net worth individuals. So it is the tax regime dedicated to individuals who transfer their residence to Italy and decrease the substitute tax for their foreign income. This regime is particularly advantageous for people with a high financial capacity who can receive significant relief from this type of taxation. So who can access to this regime? So this tax regime is available for new residents in Italy. So who have not been physically resident in Italy for at last 9 years out of the 10 years prior to their transfer to Italy. The incentives can also be extended to family members of these subjects. So let's see the benefits. High net worth individual who transfer their taxes residence to Italy can apply a substitute tax for their foreign income equal to 100,000 for each tax year. In the law of Italian income tax, this is a flat tax. This taxation, therefore, represents an alternative to the application of the ordinary taxation and is an option that is valid for a period of 15 years. The application of this scheme can be extended to the family members by applying substitute tax of 25,000 per member to foreign income. Taxpayer can access to the scheme by submitting advanced tax ruling to the revenue agency. So this is a fiscal office that we have in Italy. Person who transfer their tax residence must pay inheritance and then give tax only for properties and assets existing in Italian territory. So basically, all your income that comes from United States or doesn't matter everywhere in the world that is not Italy, okay, you can, and you have the residence in Italy for up to 15 years. It's valid this rule, that you pay only 100,000 per year of taxes. And another thing that is very nice for your clients is this one for foreign pensioners. So this tax regime is dedicated for foreign pensioners who transfer their residence to one of the municipalities of South Italy and create a substitute tax of foreign income. So people who receive pension income from foreign countries who transfer their tax residence to Italy in one of the municipalities belonging to the regions of Sicily, Calabria, Sardinia, Campania, Basilicata, Abruzzo, Molise, and Puglia, with a population not exceeding to the 20,000 inhabitants. In addition to having to move to one of the municipalities in south of Italy, the requirements are: be a natural person with foreign retirement income, or not having transferred their residence to Italy for more than 5 years before the option. The option remains effective even if, starting from the second tax period of validity, the taxpayer moves to another subsidized municipality for which the population data have been within the parameters from the 1st January of the year preceding the change of residence. So you can move in all the South Italy, is not a problem, and it's important that you respect the rules of to be in cities less than 20,000 inhabitants. So there are a lot in Italy of that. And which are the benefits? Individuals can benefit from an optional tax regime which permits the application of the substitute tax of the income of individuals with a rate of 7% to any category of income produced abroad, not just for pension, for each of the 9 tax periods of validity of the option. So it's very interesting, this, for people that are retired and want to transfer the residence in Italy. So, and here there are just some conclusion about Sardinia and so on. So this was long, a lot of information. So if there are questions, I'm here. I hope everything was clear, and if it's not clear, I'm here to repeat.
Anybody have any questions that they'd like to bring forward? Patty, it looked like you might have one there. Do you want to mute and say anything? Okay. Heather, how about you?
It's all very interesting.
Yeah.
Dennis, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
What is the retirement communities like there?
What do you mean?
Senior living communities?
Sorry?
Senior living communities, retirement communities?
No, that's in Italy. Basically, we don't have a lot of communities. It's something that a lot of people are thinking to do. But as I explained before, due to the health system that we have in Italy, that is very good in most part of Italy, absolutely. People that they live in countryside or in cities, and normally they don't live in complex of for retired people. Of course, there are some of complex that are similar of hospitals, okay, that for people that may be sick or something, they can live. That's it. But if like normal residents that normally they live in villas or apartment in small areas, because anyway there are a lot of services. So that's very important. What I wanted to tell you more that basically, because in the last month I spoke with a lot of clients interested from United States to come to Italy, and the main question that I asked, okay, where do you want to go? I want to stay in Italy. I said, okay, where? I don't know. So what I suggest you when you talk with the clients, that thanks God, Italy offers a really large panorama, a huge panorama of opportunities, different opportunities for every kind of dream in a way. How you want to spend the time in Italy. So basically, it could be people that are really interested to living in areas close to cities like Venice or Florence or Verona. So with a lot of culture. Okay, so that's and that is important to understand how they want to live, or other people, and for example, for how long they want to live in Italy. So if they want to constant stay here, okay, it's in one way. But if they, maybe they can say, okay, I like to stay only in summer, I like to stay only in winter, I like to stay only in spring, only in springtime. So depends of that, okay, and the kind of investment they want to do. So are different parts of Italy that we can suggest, okay, because it's all the area of Adriatic Sea that's facing, I don't know, Montenegro, Greece, Croatia, and so on. That is very nice anyway. So it's a long area of or a lot of beaches, for example. And then there are cities, for example, that people maybe they like to ski. Okay, and but anyway, at the same time to be close to the sea. So there is an area on northeast and the same in northwest. So northeast is the area close to Venice. From Venice up to the border to for example to Slovenia, so ex-Yugoslavia, for example, there are only 100 kilometers. Okay, in that area, okay, the distance from the sea up to the mountains where you can go to ski is just 1.5 hours by car. It's nothing. So in May or in April, okay,
like living in California, in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
same thing. You have the ocean and 1.5 hours away. We're at the beach. I mean, we're to ski.
Yes, exactly. So in this case, for example, in April, maybe you are in the morning that you are skiing, in the afternoon you are on the beach. I cannot say that you swim, but quite that you can swim. So that's, for example, is very important. And in these areas, even the same is from, like, for example, from Liguria. Okay, Liguria, Piemonte, Piedimonte, and then Valle d'Aosta, that you goes to the Alps and close to the France. That even there, normally every 20-30 minutes you change totally the panorama of the view. It's amazing the area it is. So in this area of the border, I cannot say the same in the center, close to Bologna, all that area, because it's a flat, it's Pianura Padana, so that's here you drive 2-3 hours is always the same. But from Bologna, then when you go to the south, really panorama is very, very interesting and very nice. So what I suggest when you talk with your investors is that which idea they have and about Italy and how they want to spend the time here. That is very important for us that we work here to suggest what is the best solution, because it's not just question of money. It's how you want to spend the time, and then is the money. Because, for example, with 100,000 euro, you can buy a nice flat close to a big city, or anyway a nice flat in some village. It's the same. Depends how you want to spend your time here. Okay, if you prefer, as I told you, in summer, in winter, and which is the taste of Italian that you want to keep with you when you are here. And that is very important. So we have to be, in this case, you know better than me, a psychologist in this case, and to understand exactly what they really want.
That's really good advice. So right now, how is the travel in Italy with the COVID? Where are we at there? Is it...
Now it's a time that's really, it's amazing, because every day we have some news. So the idea now about Italy, from Italy, but all European country, is to create like a passport that or you had COVID and now you get well, okay, and or you make the vaccine, okay, or you make the tampon just, I don't know, 2-3 days before your trip. And so it's not easy time, because, for example, Germany is totally closed, it's totally in lockdown, still in lockdown. France is just I think they are still in lockdown, just opening in these weeks, and Italy, they start the next week to open again. So it's not absolutely easy time. The problem that we have is that we are not receiving a lot of vaccines, like we hope, but not only Italy, all Europe, except Great Britain, that since the moment that they are out of Europe, they can do what they want. and they are in good moment now, United Kingdom, about the vaccines. So the question is that we don't know from the summers. Surely it will be easier to travel in Italy. I don't know what's happened from United States to come in Italy, but if you have I think you made the vaccine, absolutely it's okay. It's not a problem for that.
We had a question from Saul Garcia, and he asked, what about the medical facilities in Italy, and is medical insurance expensive?
So the medical facilities, we have a lot of private system and doctors that can follow you and help you. And normally that when you are in Italy, basically, and we are residents in Italy, and so you pay taxes in Italy, you don't need absolutely to have an insurance, because it's the country system that gives you everything for free. So you have to go to hospital for some things. You can go without to have an insurance, and just if you have to make private visit on specialistic visits, you have to pay some tickets. So that the amount depends what you have to do, of course. But it's not like it's in Italy that we pay an insurance. We don't pay a medical insurance. So if you transfer the residence here, you benefit of the whole medical system that is in Italy. That is important, yeah, because we don't create difference between who has money or who doesn't have. First of all, of course, who has money can have access to best clinics and have the best doctors and normally in shorter time. So in Italy, if you ask an exam from some medical things or treatments that you have to do in public way, you wait maybe 2, 3, 4 months to have the appointment. If you do by private, that you pay, I don't know, 50 or 100 euros in 1 week, you can get the appointment. So that's it. But normally, because the doctors that are in the morning to the hospital, in the afternoon they have a private studio and a private clinic, and they receive you to the clinic. But anyway, it's very, very, very easy to have access to all of that. So I see the questions here. So are there any restrictions for US citizens opening a business in Italy? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You can do what you want in Italy. In Italy, you can establish, incorporate different kinds of companies. We have limited companies or companies of individuals. So companies or individuals, they risk totally all the properties in case of bankrupt. And if it's limited company, of course, no. So you can do what you want. So what about the cost of running a household, for example, electricity, his insurance, car and gas? So that, of course, depends how big is the house and basically where it is. If it's in the south, you don't need so much heating system. If it's in the north, of course, yes. And depends of which house, which kind of house you have. Because, for example, the new houses, all of that, they have solar panel or photovoltaic panel. And so, for example, in this case, I have a client that pays, so they live in the house of 3 bedrooms, living room, kitchen, and so in two floors with small garden. So basically, he pays with this system 20 or 30 euros per month. Everything. So with using electricity for a heating system, for cooking, for hot water, and so for everything. And because he used the solar energy, and so that's he pays 20-30 euros per month. Normally, for example, the apartment where I am now, the cost for a year for what was electricity, everything electricity plus water. I paid in 2 persons around 1,400 per year, something like that. So, for example, as another thing, in some areas of Italy, you pay the water. In other areas, you don't pay the water because you put the pump directly to the ground, and we have wonderful water. So depends where you live. So I cannot tell you exactly what you pay because depends where you live, and the same the water. In some areas you pay more, and some areas you pay less. That's the difference. Normally, if you live in country village, you don't need to pay the water, but you pay just the engine that takes the water from the ground, and you pay the electricity of this engine, and that's all. So the houses in Italy now, all the new houses basically that are in villages normally, not in the center of main cities. You have individual villas or small houses, or that we have all the new conception houses. They have solar panel, and so really you pay nothing in case of energy. And otherwise you have the gas, and you have heating system even with oil, and so depends really which kind of property of house you will buy. Things have to be a fully resident and enjoy taxes benefit. And so basically, yes, 6 months, right? So normally in all Europe, when you transfer the residence to another country, you have to stay there 181 days or 186 anyway. So exactly 6 months and 1 day you have to stay in this country. That's right. So this is the law that works everywhere. Then the story started there. Yes, of course, Patty. That's absolutely. It's possible to find a job here, especially now that due to this new law of this bonus. It's amazing. It's a lot of people that are working. So the government made this law for 2 reasons. First of all, to help the economy on the real estate, because when real estate moves, everything is moving. Okay, and secondly, because in this way we have the opportunity to renovate all the houses and to save energy and to save money. So perfectly. Instead, you pay I don't know, like me, 1,000 or 1,500 for a house where I live now in the island. You pay just 300 per year. So it's a totally different things. And you have safe houses, so you don't have gas inside. You don't risk explosion. You don't risk to die during the night because maybe you smell some gas, because sometimes in old houses could happen. So that's so that the government are doing this investments to help people to renovate houses and to have I can say a large listing of houses, or a large park or portfolio of houses that are in absolutely good conditions. And so we are now that we start multiple listing service. We just start in Italy. We are now doing the attraction with agents, and I hope in a couple of months that we can offer a lot of properties. But anyway, I'm a real estate broker since last century, so since 1999. So I have a lot of connections in Italy, and so everything you need, doesn't matter where in Italy. I have colleagues, and I can find a property for you. That is not a problem, me or other colleagues now that they enter in EXP. So it's not a problem if we don't have a large listing now to offer you to choose, but just tell me what exactly you're looking for or the idea that you have, and then I can suggest in my opinion, what is better in this moment, I can send you some links of other agencies or colleagues. It's not a problem. Yes, in Italy we will handle rentals, Patty, as well. So we will do all the normally service that the broker does. So in Italy, for example, another thing that real estate agents are different since United States is that when agent in Italy is a real estate agent, he can work in residential, commercial, doesn't matter. So we don't have different kind of licenses. Okay, with one license we can do everything. Okay, and another thing that in Italy we get commission from both sides. So in Italy we don't have a sales agent and buyer agent, but we have the agent that normally works for both sides, and the commission is normally 3 + 3, or could be 3 up to 5% from seller, and normally 3 up to maximum 4 from for the buyer. Depends the area. In Italy, we don't have a rule that say, okay, it's only 2 or only 3 or only 5%. It's free, okay, and normally depends of the area, the request of the agent. For example, in Sardinia, we ask from 3 to 5, but this depends of the marketing plan that you use, okay, and depends the value of the house. But basically, it depends the service that you give to the seller, okay, and the buyer normally pays 3 or 4%. And in Italy, of course, is the fee plus VAT. The only question that we have in Italy that a lot of people are doing our job with even if they don't have the license. So our best competitors are lawyers, accounting companies, and a lot of or gardeners sometimes that try to do our job. But this is what's happening in Italy, and XP in Italy, because you know, in every country, especially in Europe, are different rules about real estate agents. In Italy, absolutely, by contract, by ICA, I wanted only real estate agents. You know that I mean, maybe in Europe there is another competitor that is not only Keller Williams, but is IAD. This is French company, and then, for example, they accept.
Whoops, you hit the mute button there, Dennis.
Okay, and in Italy happens that, for example, this company has 200 persons that are in the company, but only 40 are real estate agents. The question is that you are not able to give a good service. So I'm working a lot in Italy for the quality for XP. And agents now in Italy, we have around 20 that are in onboarding process, and the forecast, the targets are to achieve around 500 by the end of the year, okay, and quite 1,500, 2,000 by the end of the next year. So XP is totally new, not only in Italy, but it's totally new, the concept. And in Italy, the mentality and all the agents normally are not individuals, okay, but normally they work in small agencies. Normally in Italy, we have around 45,000 agents, basically, that and around 25,000 agencies. So this means that every agency has 2-3 agents inside. Okay, so that's this question is that for this reason now with XP, you know, normally the program of XP is for individuals, Now I know that they are working even to bring on board small teams or large teams. So that this will be in 1 month the new rule that we can work. So it will be easier for Italy to bring on board agencies and more agents.
So that's got an exciting future ahead of you there, Dennis, it looks like. So I had a question about the numbers you were talking about in the graph where you said, I was kind of surprised that you didn't have more people over 64 purchasing, but most of the people were in that, what, 44 to 64 range. Do you see any trends where that's changing, or also?
No, that's a focus. The focus was towards Sardinia, for Sardinia and this small area of Sardinia that really are long, only 10 kilometers. Okay, because it's a part of the coast here that I made a focus there. No, there are a lot of, you know, that's normally, I think, I don't know how it's in United States, but normally here people, they change houses every 10, 15 years. Okay, now absolutely the pandemic create a revolution, and a lot of people are changing houses because they don't want to live in an apartment without a terrace, for example. Everybody are looking a bigger apartment with because a lot of people are working in smart working, for example, and or they want a house with a garden. But from retired people, is that in Italy, as I told you, we have, yes, main cities that are Milan, Rome, and Florence, okay, but all the rest, we have a lot of small villages in all Italy, okay, so that people retired people in Italy, I think the last house that they buy normally is around 60, 65 maximum, okay, and because, you know, maybe respect the past now, there are less children, and so normally parents, they go to live with the children, they are adults, to help them with the nephew, for example. So it's a different concept because normally we, like family, we try to stay together, okay, or in big houses, or we help each other. For example, just an example, that people from south, when they buy a house in the north, normally they want always to buy 1 bedroom more. Why? Because maybe once per year they come the parents, and they don't live to bring them to the hotel, but they have to live at home with them. So they buy a bigger house just maybe for 1 week per year that they need. So it's very nice. That's happened. So as I told you, Italy is this long peninsula that is really different concept and approach to the life and approach to the market, and the mentality is totally different. I don't talk about languages because really people from north that doesn't understand people that talk in south. So if they don't speak in Italian, it's very difficult because the slangs we have. I don't know how many slangs we have in Italy. It's amazing how much. And even here in Sardinia, you make 15 kilometers and they have 2 different slang that you don't understand absolutely. Seems too different, like speaking Italian and English, so it's totally opposite. And so it's impressive how are all these nice colors in a way, because are colors of a country. So basically Italy is a puzzle.
Yes, and so you had said earlier too that you have numbers of U.S. citizens that you've been talking to recently.
Yes, because I got that because when I was working in the previous company that was Barnes International, we work in luxury, and for example in Florence. 60% of foreign investors in Florence are from United States. It's amazing. It's a lot of people. For example, Germans, they stay in Northeast because, you know, Germans are used to travel 4 hours. And so like you have to take, to put a line or circle of 4 hours from the cities to understand where people they go. And normally they stay in the northeast of Europe up to the area of Verona or Garda Lake or Como Lake and all the area. A lot of Americans then they bought house in Como Lake. So because maybe George Clooney and a lot of actors they came there. But anyway, it's nice area because it's just 30 kilometers, maximum 1 hour from Milan center. So that's it's a absolutely interesting thing. And for this reason, I told you, depends how you want to spend the time. And this is like, I don't know, when you go to, I don't know, to live in Brazil or doesn't matter in other countries, that depends for what you buy, for what you do this investment. If it has to be residence, okay, really express your soul and understand exactly what you want to do here. Because maybe, okay, I want to live in Florence, I just buy an apartment in Florence and I enjoy totally the culture and the monuments, the church, and the same could be in Rome, for example. But if you want to live the nature, of course, let's buy maybe just 30 minutes, not kilometers, but 30 minutes by car from Florence. And you're totally involved in the nature. And you are in these hills that are amazing. And they don't talk about their, for example, the food, the wine and everything. So depends exactly what is how you want to you spend the life. Only that. And so for this reason, I told you that this opportunity to have many different things and many different choices. Another thing is that, for example, if you decide to stay in Italy 6 months, 6 months and 1 day, maybe then we can work together to make a plan to rent the house for the rest of the time. In this case, of course, is easier to rent if you are close to cities. If you are just small villages, normally you cannot find someone because there is long-term rental. Okay, so if you are close to the cities, it's easier to find people that need for 2, 3, 4, 6 months maximum the rental. And Sardinia is it's connected with now I see the Masood. It's connected with the continent by flights. So during the winter, like now, you have daily flights connected to Milan and Rome, about 2-3 flights per day. And during summer, basically, it's all Europe that comes here, and you have flights from for many cities in Italy, from north to south. Yes, Airbnb, it's working. It works a lot in Italy. Absolutely, private. They work a lot with this platform.
Well, thank you. Go ahead, Don.
I just want to honor everybody's time. It is 8 o'clock Eastern time. I believe it's 2 o'clock a.m.
That's right.
Just want to honor everybody's time. Thank you very much for the information this evening. It was an honor to have you with us, and look forward to one day doing some business with you and meeting you one day.
Yes, thanks to you, and was my pleasure to introduce you Italy, and we really hope to make a great job with DXP. I'm very excited with this company because every day more I discover nice things, and the teams and the people that I meet during all my 20 years of experience in real estate, never happened something like that, like tonight. And I know perfectly that in all the other networks, there is not so easy way to be connected with all the other agents, because everybody, they work in their small area, and they even in the same network, they don't talk each other. So XP is amazing that how is this participation about all the agents worldwide, and the mood, and is really something that makes me really satisfied of what we are doing. So yes, for every question, in case you find me in, we have the website, xpitaly.it, in case, and you find all my numbers, and when you need, it will be my pleasure to tell you more information. And I will send you, okay, I will send to Teresa, I will send the file of tonight. So if they want to share, and then if you have more questions, you have my email and you can write me directly. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Dennis.
Bye bye. Ciao. Buonanotte.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.